Thank you, Madam President. We express our gratitude to USG Lakwa for his briefing. At the outset, let me offer our condolences to the government of Central African Republic and the families of the 29 children who lost their lives tragically in an explosion and stampede in a school in Bangui yesterday. Our thoughts and prayers are with them. We wish the injured speedy recovery. Madam President, Pakistan condemns the 20th June attack on MINUSCA peacekeepers that killed a Zambian peacekeeper. We extend condolences to his family and to the government of Zambia. In addition to this incident, attacks on MINUSCA peacekeepers have increased, resulting in casualties among Kenyan and Tunisian peacekeepers earlier this year. This reminds us of the collective conditions in which our peacekeepers perform their mandates. We call for accountability of the perpetrators of attacks on peacekeepers and reiterate that such attacks constitute war crimes. Madam President, I wish to emphasize the following 4 points. First, Pakistan commends the Central African Republic's efforts to conduct local elections, the first in 30 years, scheduled for 2025 and 2026. The completion of the voter registration process will be a critical step forward towards holding these elections. However, serious logistical, security, and particularly financial hurdles remain. We urge the international community to bridge the $9 million gap to ensure funding for the smooth conduct of elections. Second, we commend the government of the Central African Republic for continued positive developments in implementing the political agreement for peace and reconciliation, the national defense policy, and regional cooperation, exemplified by the Bembere border post with Chad. Despite progress, clashes over transhumance corridors, along with the religious and ethnic overtones of conflicts between armed groups in some areas, such as Auham Pende and Mbomu Prefecture, are concerning. Additionally, spillover effects from the conflict in Sudan continue to fuel insecurity in parts of Central African Republic. If unaddressed, these factors may jeopardize social cohesion, security, and stability. We call on armed groups that have not laid down their arms to cease hostilities and return to political dialogue. Third, the humanitarian crisis in the Central African Republic, exacerbated by the refugee crisis, displacement, and climate change, demands urgent attention. The 2025 response plan is only 13.4% funded, risking aid cuts for 1.8 million vulnerable population, including thousands of refugees affected by Sudan's spillover conflict. The humanitarian response plan needs to be adequately funded. Lastly, Pakistan expresses deep appreciation to MINUSCA for its efforts to promote peace in the Central African Republic, particularly its support for elections. Pakistan is proud to have 1,400 troops serving in MINUSCA. We will soon deploy a Level 2 field hospital in the mission, which will provide medical facilities to uniformed personnel, civilian staff, government officials, and local population. MINUSCA has demonstrated its ability to anticipate, innovate, and adapt in addressing operational challenges. However, MINUSCA's operational capacity is crippled by $410.7 million in unpaid contributions. Pakistan urges member states to pay their contributions in full and on time to enable the mission to perform its tasks effectively. I thank you, Madam President.